Hello, happy Monday, friends and family. Good morning, happy Monday. It's like 12:30 here in Vancouver. Let me get set up here. How's that? Good morning. Comment below, say hello. If you're watching live, drop a 1. If you're watching the replay, drop a 2. Give me some high fives with the like button, some hearts if you can hear me. Hope you're having a good day. Hello, replay viewers. Comment below, say hello. I would love to, let me know you're watching the replay. I'd love to say hello and thank you for catching the replay. Hi. A lot of you are probably at work, maybe some of you on your lunch break. I don't anticipate too many people being on here, but I just wanted to share with you guys how I transitioned from being a sugar burner to a fat burner and how my life's completely changed in the last 90 days in hopes that whoever needs to hear this will hear it and it will reach the people who need it most. Not to sound totally redundant, but that's my purpose and that's my point of this, and like my goal is to just kind of share my journey so far, how I transitioned from being a sugar burner to a fat burner, the process, what I did before, what I'm doing now, how I did it, and how I'm feeling, and yeah, so. Hi Celine, hey Blake, hey Holly, Christina, Timmy, Richard, hello. Let me see if I can invite just a few people real quick. How was your weekend? What did you guys do this weekend? Did you relax? Did you have to work? Where are you tuning in from? How's the weather? It was so miserable here in Vancouver, Washington. I'm finally getting a taste of Pacific Northwest weather. And today it's actually sunny. It's actually really nice. This morning it was super foggy, super foggy. And, but now it's clear skies, not even a cloud in the sky and the sun's shining, so. Hey Alejandra, hey Brittany, you're at work? Aw, are you, what job are you at today? You're like a jack of all trades, you have so many jobs. I'm assuming it's not Zumba because you're chatting with me. Hey girl. Christy, potty trained? What are you talking about? Oh, you potty trained this weekend. See, I ask questions and then people like throw up comments. I'm like, what are you talking about? You potty trained this weekend. How was it? Thankfully, John he's just turned 4 in August, but he's totally potty trained now. He can't wipe himself, but he still needs help with that. But hi, Hannah. Hey, gorgeous. How are you guys doing? Again, if you're just tuning in, drop a 1 if you're watching live. Drop a 2 if you're watching the replay. I'd love to say hello. Comment below. Give me a high 5 thumbs up if you can hear me all right. And we'll get kind of started, I guess. I don't want to keep you guys. I don't want to make this too long. A lot of people have been messaging me, asking me like, how the heck did you find this? How did you do your keto life transition? I'm having struggles and troubles. What can I expect when I do this? What can I look out for? Like, I'm pretty much ready to just sit down, chat it out, answer some questions, and share with you how I found the keto life and how I transitioned from being a sugar burner to a fat burner. What are you guys drinking today? I shook up some Maui Punch. Hey Megan, hey Rebecca, hey Nikki. City job today was soccer banquet. Ooh, fun. Hello from North Carolina. You going to learn to love this weather? I'm gonna have to. I lived in Hood River, about an hour away last year, and the winter was the craziest they've had in 30 years, go figure. And they got about 3 feet of snow or so. And then the summer was crazy. So we'll see how Pacific Northwest treats me. Ocean blue is life. Yes, I love blue ocean. Okay, so for those of you who do not know me, I'm Ashley Warren. I live in Vancouver, Washington, and I haven't always been a fat burner. Keto confessions here. No, I haven't always been a fat burner. I used to be a sugar burner, and most likely many of you that are watching this are sugar burners too. And what that means is you basically, the fuel source of your body is glucose, and you get glucose from carbs and sugar. So basically how I transitioned from being a sugar burner to a fat burner started only 3 months ago. I had no idea what ketones were, what ketosis was, nothing. I'd never even heard of any of that. And prior to 3 months ago in January, I was 230 pounds wanting to change my life. So I invested in a personal trainer who gave me confidence in the gym to work around equipment and taught me how, proper form and like reps and sets and all that stuff. And gave me a nutritional plan, calculated my macros, helped me with my nutrition, told me, what to eat based on where I was and where I wanted to be, and based on my workouts and based on my days off. And I did great with that. I should have grabbed my notebook so you guys could see. I started this notebook, maybe I'll share it on another video. I started this notebook I started just journaling everything. I started journaling my weight, my measurements. I started journaling how much water I was drinking per day, my thoughts and feelings. I journaled my workouts, what I did that day, and just started keeping track of everything. I wanted to know, be able to look back and read everything that I was doing. And so I did that for quite some time, and I lost about 10 pounds, definitely gained some strength, but I wasn't getting the results that I wanted. And I felt like I was slowly losing motivation and energy, and I found myself not getting up early and working out. I found myself slacking off in some of my workouts and the only thing I had on lockdown, if you can remember, a lot of you might have been following me for a while, I used to post up pictures of meal prep all the time. I would meal prep my butt off. Every week I'd meal prep, and what I would do is for lunch and dinner, I would always have about 4 to 6 ounces of a lean meat, depending upon if I lifted that day or worked out. And then I'd have about a half a cup of clean carbs, like white or brown rice, jasmine rice, sweet potatoes, things like that. And then I'd have a cup of veggies or more. You could have as many veggies as you wanted. And then in between meals, I would have snacks like almonds and dried out apricots. I would drink tons of water, at least half my weight in water. Half my weight in ounces of water. And for breakfast, I would typically have egg whites and rolled oats. I was eating like how a professional, competitive figure bodybuilder athlete eats, pre-prep, strict meal prepping. I felt okay, I want to look like them, so I'm gonna do what they do. And so I ate like them, and I tried to work out like them safely, knowing my limits. And I bought all the supplements in the world to help better support my body in its weight loss transition and strength gains and having all the energy in the world. I needed it. And I eventually it just became too much for me. Life got in the way, things happen, and it got too hard to maintain all of that and then some. And trying to get a hold of my health and happiness, I tried to have a balance in my life with family, with work, with play, with health, and I was just losing control of it all. And then stress started setting in because I was trying to manage way too much all at the same time. And that's what causes anxiety. When you're trying to control so many things at once and you can't, it just gets hard to manage, and then you feel guilty for not being able to manage it, and then you feel guilty for the food that you're eating, you feel guilty for the workouts that you're missing, and then it just spirals, and you wake up one day like, holy crap, I haven't worked out or ate properly in like a specific period of time, and I need to get my life back on track. But then you remember how tough it was to even stay on track in the first place. So it's like, oh, forget it. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and eat this third bowl of Lucky Charms because I don't care about actually gaining another pound or two. It'll just make my weight loss story that much more successful, right? I don't know if you guys have ever done that, but I've done that. I've like eaten an entire pizza and was like, it's okay. It tastes great. Love it. I'll burn it off later. If I gain extra weight, it'll just, when I put up my before and after pictures when I eventually get around to losing weight, it'll just look like an even better transformation, right? Like, I thought those things like all the time. Like, I mentally was just not good in the head, and like I felt like I like turned to food all the time to like comfort myself. I would make sure I would come home with fast food. Like, anytime I would go out, I would come home with fast food. I'd binge eat watching Netflix all the time, and I just really wanted to live a healthy, happy life. I was struggling with my appetite. I was struggling with my energy. I was struggling with my motivation. I was struggling with everything. I was struggling. And I had depression. And then it just an endless cycle of beating myself up, feeling terrible, fueling my body in the worst way, and just having no relief, right? And so one day, and you know, my husband Eric, he's deployed too, so I'm like dealing with all this by myself, and potty training a 4-year-old. No, I'm just kidding. He was already potty trained, but you know, being a mom by myself with a 4-year-old, it's hard. It's stressful. It's freaking hard, and everything was just kind of like coming to a head, and I just wanted, I needed help. I seriously needed help really badly. I was considering turning to medication and doctor's help because I needed help that badly. And so one day, my friend Alex posted up a picture and a testimony of an experience she had, and she described herself feeling motivated, like the fog has been lifted. She feels like she had better clarity, better energy, better focus, and her before and after pictures in such a short period of time were incredible. And I was like, what the hell are you doing? And I knew Alex from a previous makeup company, and that's how we met. So I'd known her for a little while, and I've been following her journey, and I'm like, what the hell are you doing? What is this stuff? You look amazing, and I need this. I need information, and like, I need to try this, and I could use all the help I could get. And so I loved her results so much so that I actually messaged her, and I was like, sign me up. How do I join? I was talking about being a promoter because I'd seen so many lives completely changed. I had no idea like about the science. I had no idea like anything about it. I was like, sign me up. I want to promote this stuff. If it worked for you this much, I trust you. Like, I don't care about trying it. And she's like, don't you want to try, like, see what it tastes like? I'm like, I don't care. Like, sign me up. I want to help people. This looks awesome. She's like, no, you need to try it first. Like, you know, see what you think. Let's take it step by step, and then we'll go from there. So I ordered a box of Orange Dream ketones and the original keto cream. And I started drinking 1 packet a day, and at first I didn't really feel anything, I don't think, except what I noticed was different was I was finally out of bed, and I was like, I don't mind staying out of bed today. I don't mind doing the dishes and making sure the house stays clean. I don't mind going outside and running around in my backyard and playing and pretending to be Plants vs. Zombies with my son. I don't mind getting in a workout now. I don't mind reading a book to my son at night because I actually finally had the energy and the patience to get through a bedtime routine. And all of a sudden I was like, wow, I didn't really eat much today. I didn't have any crazy cravings. And I did all that. Holy, yeah. I was like, I didn't realize it until my life had already changed. And I didn't really have to do much to change it, but drink this. It's a better fuel source. It's a better fuel source. And when you drink ketones, it elevates the levels of ketones in your body. So your body is running off of ketones. So you're in ketosis. And some of the symptoms that you may experience are energy, reduced brain fog, appetite suppression, better sleep, better digestion, better mood. Through prolonged use, you'll experience fat loss, muscle preservation, and strength gains. And it was then that I messaged Alex and I was like, okay, I am living life now. Like, without even trying. I'm doing the things that I have been wanting to do and then some without even breaking a sweat. Like, what is this and how does it work? I didn't understand what the science was, but I knew I was going to be an instant customer. And she was like, listen, it's not just about drinking this stuff. You have to actually live a ketogenic lifestyle too if you want to lose a substantial amount of weight. And because she knew my goals, she knew my routine, she knew my lifestyle. She had the same story. And she was like, if you have a substantial amount of fat to lose, then you're going to need to adopt a ketogenic lifestyle. And I was like, oh. I knew it wasn't as simple as drinking a drink, but I felt amazing drinking it. Like the change is that simple and that quick. You shake it up, you mix it up, you drink it in less than 59 minutes. You'll, depending upon your body, everyone's experiences are different. The symptoms that you feel will be different than the symptoms that I feel, but I can guarantee you, you're gonna feel something and you're gonna probably feel great. So she's like, you need to adopt a ketogenic lifestyle. And I was like, okay, how the hell do I do that? I my entire life, I've been a sugar burner. And more recently just adopted this clean carb meal prepping lifestyle. And then I'm like, okay, I have to completely change everything. And I went into it with that kind of mindset, like, oh, dang it. But then you know what I did? Like, I started just Google searching keto swaps. So if I wanted pizza, pasta, brownies, ice cream, if I wanted all my favorite meals, all I did was go on Google and I just looked for the keto version, the keto friendly version. And I always found a delicious replacement. And I just started doing that whenever I could, wherever I could. And I also eliminated the bun. So if I would go have a double bacon, or what is it called? A double bacon cheeseburger with mayo, lettuce, and tomato, I just got rid of the bun. And that's keto. It's higher fat, lower carb. So I definitely started to eliminate oats and grains and breads and sugar and all of those things. And in my first 10 days, in my first 5 to 10 days, I dropped 5 to, I want to say it was like 5 or 6 pounds. And it was mostly water weight at first, because if you're reducing your carb intake, your carbs hold a lot of water. And if you reduce your carb intake, therefore you're not retaining a lot of water. And ketones and ketosis, it's BHB salts, and it has added sodium in it because you need electrolytes so you don't get dehydrated, because it acts as a diuretic, especially if you're going through like a detox period and you're increasing your fats. You could have a diuretic effect and you'd be using the bathroom a lot. So the added sodium actually helps you balance that out. So the added sodium also and the diuretic effect can help you lose more water weight at first, is my point. And then from then on out, it's definitely fat burning mode. And I've lost 30 pounds now in about 90 days and lost 5% body fat. All just by mixing ketones and eating a low carb, higher fat, ketogenic type diet. It does not have to be super strict. If you wanted to experience ketosis back in whenever, before exogenous ketones came about, you would literally have to restrict carbs down to 20 grams or less, deplete your glycogen stores by high intensity interval workouts, or just any sort of high intensity workout like endurance running and things like that. And then eating higher fat, low carb, and possibly fasting in order to hack your body into nutritional ketosis. And that was super hard for people to maintain over long periods of time, and it can be hard on your body if you do strict ketogenic diet for prolonged periods of time. There's conflicting research on that, whether or not it's really harmful, and if it's harmful for everybody or just for a few people, you got to do your research there. But the point is that if you wanted to experience ketosis before, you'd have to adopt a strict ketogenic diet, and it was for some unpalatable, impractical, really hard to maintain, and something as simple as a banana could kick you out of ketosis. And so a lot of people out there, they're like, oh, I'm keto, I eat keto, and then they eat tons of fruit and dairy. Like, milk has sugar in it. You're not supposed to have milk on keto. You should have almond milk if you have to. So a lot of people are like, oh, I'm in ketosis, I'm eating keto, but they're not testing their ketone levels. They're not peeing on pee strips or breathing on breathalyzers or taking blood tests. They don't really know if they're in ketosis. If you can't wing ketosis. You can't just wake up and be like, I'm going to eat keto today and be in ketosis. You have to be intentional. There's a lot of science involved. There's a lot of methods and processes involved in order to get your body into ketosis. So that's why this is a huge freaking deal, that you can actually drink exogenous ketones, and within 59 minutes, your ketone levels are elevated, and you can experience the benefits of nutritional ketosis through a drink without having to, have a strict ketogenic diet, depleting your glycogen stores, fasting, and trying to maintain that diet alone. So that's like the beauty and the benefit of the product itself, and kind of like how it works. But again, we do recommend that you do adopt a ketogenic type diet if you have a substantial amount of fat loss, simply because you want to be in ketosis, you want to be in fat burning mode. So what I like to do is I'll wake up and I'll drink about 8 ounces of water, and then I'll shake up my ketones in about 12 to 16 ounces. (12 to 16 ounces of water). Shake it up real good, and you want to drink it within about a half an hour. I've been talking a lot, so my ketones have been sitting here. You want to drink it within about a half an hour because you want your body to absorb it as quickly as possible. So you can experience all the benefits, as soon as possible. And it is water soluble, so it doesn't require extra work from your kidneys or your liver. And you could, drink it and test yourself with the ketone pee strips to see if you're in ketosis an hour or two after you drink it. And I guarantee you it's going to come back with at least trace amounts at first. The next day, you're going to have a lot more amounts of ketones in your body. So that's why we're called Prove It, because you can actually prove that you're actually in ketosis after drinking this stuff. And so let me go back to what I was saying before. How did I transition into the ketogenic lifestyle? So yeah, I just basically was Google searching recipes. Anything that I ate, I looked for a keto swap. Some foods that I love to have now are, I love to have eggs and bacon, ham and cheese, chicken and avocado, steak and sour cream, shrimp and zucchini noodles, hamburger with no bun. So I usually eat it with romaine leaves, coconut oil, heavy cream. You can have mayo, ranch, real butter. There's all sorts of yummy, good stuff that you can have. I never feel hungry or deprived. And so now I'll wake up, shake up my ketones, drink my ketones, and then I actually won't eat anything until I physically feel hungry. So now I'm listening to my body, and responding to what it truly needs, and then fueling it with what it truly needs as well. And like when I finally get around to eating something, then I go for the fats and proteins, and definitely low in carbs. And so that's pretty much like how I transitioned into being a sugar burner to a fat burner. And it's actually been a remarkably easy process. Food's great. I don't have to strictly count calories or portions or anything like that. It's simply drink ketones, eat higher fat, low carb. You're in ketosis, you're in fat burning mode. I now have all the energy in the world. I get up and I'm ready to live life. I get out of bed, I do my morning rituals, I say I'm grateful, thankful for everything, I do my devotions, drink my ketones, check in with my friends and family, check in with anyone who has, PM'd me, and then I'll get around to, eating breakfast and playing with John. We'll go out and we'll do fun things and have adventures, and I feel great. I've lost weight, and I've regained my confidence, and I have this new passion and like love for my life, for myself, for living life, and I ultimately just want to share this with as many people as possible to experience this as well, because there's so many people that have experienced this, that are living life again and loving life and loving the way they feel and the way they look and the way their clothes fit and how much energy they have and how much strength gains they've had and how they don't suffer from, anxiety and depression as much, because their life is better managed because of the changes that they've made. And they can sleep better, they have better digestion, and they have that appetite suppression, where they can get through their day without snacking all day long, and that helps with making better food choices. So I encourage you to definitely try this. Definitely try this. It's totally changed my life in the last 90 days. I'm no longer a sugar burner, I'm a fat burner. I'm using my own body fat for energy and some dietary fat now, and I love it. It tastes great, and I highly, highly, highly recommend everyone giving it a try. And honestly, it's like my new passion now to share this with as many people as possible, because I didn't know this was an option only 3 months ago. And guaranteed a lot of people who are watching this now have no idea really what this is. And I wish I knew what ketones and ketosis were a year ago or 2 years ago. But you know what? I had to go through that journey, because the struggle is a part of the success story. And I do have a better before and after now. And I do have a better story to share with people. And I'm grateful that I got through it. I wish I could have probably made it this far without the struggles, but I'm grateful that now I know the difference of living and simply surviving and trying to get through life the way I used to, and it's just so much better now. So with that being said, if any of this interests you, if you want more information, you can always PM me at any time. You can also go to thatketonegirl.com and check out a super short, sweet, fun animated video that breaks down ketones and ketosis. And you can also request a 5-day experience there from me. And I am starting something brand new November 1st November 1st. I am putting together my phone wanted to fall off the window. I'll hold it. Hold on. I am starting a 60-day keto challenge where you don't have to buy ketones to live a ketogenic lifestyle. But basically, it's going to be a challenge group where we are all going to drink ketones, work out, and share recipes and help support one another with the ketogenic lifestyle, share results, share experiences, share struggles, all that stuff. So if that interests you, if you'd like to try something new, if you'd like to feel better energy, clarity, mental focus, strength gains, better mood, all that stuff, everything that I shared with you, if you want to experience all that, let me know. I'd love to add you and have you there and help you experience better as well. So if you want some more information, just let me know. I see a couple people are hopping on right now, so feel free to catch the replay. But let me see if there's some questions here. I'm sorry, I kind of didn't look at the comments while I was talking. It's easier to just kind of stay on track. Alejandra loves this product. She won't go a day without it. Brittany wants Blue Ocean. Alejandra had, okay. Sarah, I've heard when in ketosis you feel awful. You're the only person I've heard say ketosis makes them feel good. So Sarah, the thing is with that is, if you are transitioning into ketosis on a strict ketogenic diet alone, it can be rough. You can get the keto flu, you can feel drained, tired, lethargic, dehydrated, headaches. It's like a detox period, especially if you've been a sugar burner your entire life. Transitioning from sugar burning to fat burning is challenging and tough, because you have to adhere to that strict ketogenic diet of 20 grams or less in carbs, and I think over 80% or like 80% in fats, and some of that will be protein too. But if you're trying to get into ketosis on diet alone and also through strict depleting your glycogen stores with exercising, and if you're not drinking tons of water, and I know fasting can help if you're not like ingesting enough sodium. Yes, getting into ketosis is hard, but the other side of ketosis, once you get through that hard part, is amazing. So I don't know if you've tried the ketogenic diet before and you experienced terrible and you quit before you experienced better, but I can guarantee you and anyone here who has been on the ketogenic diet for some time and got their body fat adapted and got over that hump, they were fat burning, they felt great and amazing and everything that I'm describing to you, because those are symptoms of ketones in your body. Your body, when it metabolizes fatty acids, it turns into ketones for a fuel source, and the side effects are everything that I've described. It's a side effect of having elevated ketones in your body. This isn't an energy drink. This isn't like a protein shake. It's not a pre-workout, or it's not a weight loss supplement or anything like that. It's literally BHB salts, one of the three main components of a ketone molecule that your body naturally produces on its own, that you can now ingest instead of having to force your body to produce them on its own initially. So you can avoid all those keto flu symptoms that you would have otherwise experienced through a strict ketogenic diet alone. Now you can pretty much bypass that, in a sense, by drinking exogenous ketones first, if that makes sense. So that's why ketosis makes me feel good. And I hope that if anyone has tried ketosis in the past on a strict ketogenic diet alone and you felt really crappy and gave up, you were close to greatness. Maybe you just might have had need to have made a few adjustments. And anyone who tried it before, I highly encourage you to try it again with exogenous ketones, and you will definitely experience better. So I'm going to go ahead and go. This was long enough. I hope you all have a fantastic week. I was going to say terrific, but my words trip me up. I hope you have a fantastic week. If anyone has any questions, let me know. I'd love to help. And I will catch you guys later. Again, I'm Ashley Warren from thatketonegirl.com. I hope you have a terrific day, and we'll chat soon. Bye.